What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Here we are with another reaction. In this one, we have Britain sends India a £9 million parking bill. I feel like the last thing I saw was like India putting up one of the UK's jets because something. Maybe it wasn't. Maybe I'm tripping though. Maybe it was a different country and I'm not remembering correctly. So if I'm remembering incorrectly, then I completely apologize. But let's find out what this is about. Before we do, if you guys happen to enjoy, please don't forget to subscribe. Give the video a thumbs up. Also, if you like to support the channel by becoming a member, all you gotta do is hit the join button to receive your exclusive benefits. Let's dive in.
Now let's talk about a controversy brewing in Britain. India's former colonizer is demanding more dues, not reparations, not a return of the looted treasures. It has delivered a parking bill to the Indian mission in London. The UK says the Indian mission owes £9 million. What for? A fee called the congestion charge. It's £15 a day for any vehicle that enters central London. On paper, it's a tax that applies to everyone. But when it comes to diplomats, the rules are different. Under international law, diplomats do not pay taxes. That's what Article 34 of the Vienna Convention says. And India argues that this is a tax, not a service fee. In fact, India is not the only one. Britain wants to collect millions from other countries too. As of 2024, the US owes at least £15 million, Japan owes 10, and they've both refused to pay, just like India.
Yeah, I was gonna say, oh, they're not getting that money. I don't know what the UK on. But the fact that okay, you let it get this far, you let it total up this much before you decide to say, hey, like y'all actually like gotta pay the part. That's not a part of the tax. Like I would set that day one before anybody parked in the spaces. Before, hey, just letting y'all know in the beginning, like these spots ain't free. Like y'all will have to pay. Like I don't know who the bill should get sent to, but don't tell me after I'm like 15 million, you're not getting that money because you should tell me day one.
Our next report has more.
£9.1 million. That's the bill. According to Britain, this is what India owes for driving diplomatic vehicles through central London. For not paying what's called the congestion charge. It is £15 a day. It is applied to any vehicle entering designated zones in London. But when it comes to diplomatic missions, the rules aren't that simple. India believes the UK is trying to charge a tax. Under international rules, diplomats are exempt from paying taxes. That's what Article 34 of the Vienna Convention on Diplomatic Relations states. It's a treaty the UK signed in 1961. So this isn't about paying or not paying. It's about definition of the congestion charge. Is this a user fee like parking? Or is it a mandatory tax, which the state can collect? India says it's the latter. So does the US. So does Japan. These are three of the world's biggest democracies, and they are all on the same side. But Transport for London, or TfL, disagrees. They say, this isn't a tax. It's a charge for a service. And that means diplomats must pay. TfL wrote to India's High Commission twice. They said, there is no legal ground for exemption. But here's the question. Is this really about traffic? Or is it just a diplomatic flex?
Yeah, y'all ain't getting it. It might not be a legal ground for exemption. I don't know, whatever. Y'all aren't getting this money, so y'all gonna have to figure something. Just simple as that. Y'all have to figure something out because I'm not paying.
Because if this is about enforcement, Britain's got bigger problems. According to TfL, the US Embassy in London owes £15 million. A 2024 report called it the worst offender among diplomatic missions. The US bill goes back over a decade. Japan is next, owing over £10 million. India follows with around £9 million. Then comes Nigeria, China, and Russia. In total, embassies in London owe more than £143 million. The charge itself is simple. £15 a day. It applies to most vehicles entering central London, between 7 a.m. and 6 p.m. on weekdays, and from noon to 6 p.m. on weekends and holidays. But when diplomatic law is clear, why are these bills being sent?
Facts.
Remember, this comes just months after India and the UK sealed a trade agreement, a deal that took years to negotiate, and one that's being touted as a new chapter in India-UK ties. But stories like these undermine that trust. Britain cannot lecture on diplomatic conduct while ignoring global norms it helped shape. And if we're talking about unpaid dues, why not talk about
Yeah.
what Britain still owes India?
Exactly.
It extracted wealth, worth trillions of dollars, after nearly 200 years of colonial rule. From resources to textiles, from labor to even gold. According to experts, the British Empire drained $45 trillion from India. That's
True.
not symbolic. That's real economic loss. And not a penny has ever been returned. Beyond the money, the Kohinoor still sits in the British Crown. Indian artifacts still fill British museums. And those colonial legacies, they still shape trade rules today. So if Britain wants to talk about unpaid dues, it might want to look inward first.
I completely agree. I feel like that's just wild of Britain to charge, if I'm being honest. Like that is insane. Knowing these countries are not gonna pay this. Like, does any other country charge this? A congestion fee? That's all we got. Y'all talk to me in the comment section. Let me know what you think. If you enjoyed, don't forget to subscribe, give it a thumbs up, check out the next. I'll see y'all next time.